Welcome to Variant. The Disney and Pixar universe is undoubtedly incredible, but some crossovers are necessary to take our imagination to something surreal. Today I want to bring the crossover linking the adventures of Sheriff Wood alongside the Frozen universe. Without further ado, let's get to the That Matters. It was an ordinary day in Andy's room, with Woody, the toy sheriff, watching over the group and making sure everyone was safe and happy. Since Bonnie inherited the toys, he had gotten used to a new routine. But that day, something strange happened. Bonnie had received a new toy, a small snow globe with a glowing ice figure in the center that seemed to reflect lights in an unusual way. As night fell and the toys came to life, the snow globe began to emit a faint bluish glow. Curious, Woody approached it, but as soon as he touched the object, he was sucked in by a mysterious force. He shouted for his friends, but all he saw was a whirlwind of lights and ice before he was thrown into a completely different world. Woody fell into a snow-covered field, the freezing air making him shiver. He stood up, brushing the snow off his hat, and looked around. In the distance, an ice castle gleamed in the moonlight. He had never seen anything like this before. It was both majestic and frightening at the same time. As he walked towards the castle, the wind whistled, and he heard strange whispers around him. "Who's there?" he asked in his firm sheriff's voice. But there was no response, just the sound of light footsteps in the snow. As he approached the castle, he noticed that the gate was ajar. Cautiously, he entered, finding a vast hall with walls made of pure ice. The place looked abandoned, but he could feel a presence. Suddenly, a voice echoed through the hall. "Who dares enter Queen Elsa's castle?" Woody spun around, pulling on his cord as if that might make him more intimidating. "I'm Woody, sheriff of Bonnie's room. I'm not here to cause trouble. I just want to understand where I am." A figure emerged from the shadows, encased in a cloak of ice. It was Elsa, but her eyes glowed with an unusual intensity, as if she were under the control of a mysterious force. "You don't belong here," she said, her voice cold as the air around her. "And now that you're in, you can't get out." Before Woody could respond, the ground beneath him split open, and he fell into a prison of ice. The walls glowed, reflecting his attempts to climb, but they were too smooth. Upstairs, Elsa looked at him with a mixture of curiosity and something darker. "You awakened something by touching that globe," she said. "Something that has been dormant in this world for centuries." Woody, trying to remain calm, replied, "I don't know what you're talking about, but if you let me out, I promise I'll be out of this place for good." Elsa shook her head. "It's not that simple. You brought something with you. An energy that is attracting ancient dangers to my world." As Elsa spoke, a shadow began to move across the castle. Woody saw something in the corner of his eye, a huge figure, made of living ice, that seemed to be taking shape. Elsa looked at him, her worried expression replacing her cold gaze. "The ice beast has been awakened. We need to stop it before it..." Saved, entering the portal and being taken back to Bonnie's room. As his friends asked where he had been, Woody just smiled and placed the snow globe back on the shelf. Believe me, you wouldn't want to know. It was a quiet night in Bonnie's room, and Woody was telling stories to the other toys, remembering their past adventures. Suddenly, a bright glow appeared on the snow globe that Bonnie had placed on the shelf. Woody, curious and apprehensive, approached to investigate. Before he could react, he was sucked in by a powerful force, leaving the toys confused and worried. Woody opened his eyes to find himself once again in the icy world of Arendelle. Snow fell all around them, and in the distance, the ice castle glowed under an aurora borealis. But something was wrong. The atmosphere seemed darker, and an icy wind carried a sense of imminent danger. Why am I here again? Woody muttered to himself, adjusting his hat. He walked towards the castle, feeling an inexplicable urgency. Upon entering, he found Elsa in the main hall, surrounded by ice crystals that pulsed with a strange energy. She was visibly distressed, trying to control her powers that seemed to be going out of control. Woody. Elsa turned around, surprised to see him. You came back, but how? The portal should have closed. I have no idea, Woody said, trying to understand the situation. But it looks like you need help. What's going on here? Before Elsa could respond, a laugh echoed off the castle walls, cold and menacing. A figure emerged from the shadows, a tall man in a dark cloak studded with black ice crystals. He held a scepter that emanated an evil aura. How moving it is to see a reunion of old acquaintances, said the man with a cruel smile. Woody, right? The sheriff who helped Elsa before. How convenient. Elsa stiffened. Granith, you escaped again. Granith laughed. Do you think you could trap me forever? Your magic is powerful, Elsa, but your fears have always been my greatest weapon. And now that you are more vulnerable than ever, your little friend won't be enough to save you. Woody stood next to Elsa, facing the villain. Listen here, Granith, whatever you're planning, you're going to have to deal with me too. I'm sheriff, and I'm not going to let you cause any more trouble. Granith narrowed his eyes in amusement. And what are you going to do, toy? Throw catchphrases at me? Before Woody could respond, Granith swung the scepter, sending a beam of ice towards Elsa and Woody. Elsa conjured an ice barrier, but the impact threw them back. He's stronger, Elsa said, struggling to stand. My magic alone might not be enough this time. Woody adjusted his hat, trying to look confident. So, how do we work together to take him down? Elsa looked at him, taking a deep breath. He feeds on fear. If we can divert his attention and destroy the scepter, we can weaken him. Distraction is my thing, Woody said with a determined smile. You take care of the scepter. As Elsa tried to get closer to Granith, Woody ran to the side, shouting to get the villain's attention. Hey, Granith, how about facing someone with nerves of steel? Or, well, nerves of wood. Granith turned away, irritated. Do you really want to test my patience, toy? While Granith focused on Woody, Elsa moved forward, using her magic to attack the scepter. But Granith realized the ploy and conjured ice creatures to protect him. Woody, thinking quickly, climbed up one of the creatures, pulling the cord on its shoulder and delivering his classic line, "There's a snake in my boot." The distraction caused Granith to momentarily lose control over the monsters, giving Elsa an opening. She launched a powerful blast of ice at the scepter, causing it to crack. Granith screamed in pain and fury as dark energy began to escape from the object. No, you can't defeat me. With the scepter weakened, Elsa and Woody joined forces for a final attack. Elsa channeled all of her magic, creating a wave of pure ice that hit Granith, freezing him completely. The castle shook, and the black crystals began to disappear. Elsa fell to her knees, exhausted, as Woody ran over to her. Are you well? Elsa nodded, breathing hard. Yes, thanks to you. The snow globe portal reappeared, shining brightly. Elsa helped Woody to his feet. It seems your mission here has ended again. Woody smiled. Whenever you need Ice Queen, just call me. With one last wave, Woody walked through the portal, heading back to Bonnie's room, where the toys were eagerly waiting for him. He looked at the snow globe on the shelf and smiled. Believe me, guys, this adventure was freezing. Meanwhile, in the world of Arendelle, Elsa looked up at the starry sky, feeling more confident and prepared to face her fears and responsibilities. And that was our story today. Click the like button so you don't miss any videos of our new stories. Until next time, bye.